YM isn't your average masjid youth group. It isn't a place that you just go on once a week and you just learn and you go home. YM is so much more than that.
Be a Muslim for me, it wasn't an identity. It was just like a little subtitle or a little something I got lost in the context. Being a Muslim for me wasn't a big part of my life. So I had to make this choice. I grew up with all these kids, and I'm seeing when I come back to this neighborhood after moving away, and I'm coming back now, what I saw was these completely two different groups, and it made me wonder, what was this change? So as I began to inquire, as I began to refacilitate my friendships, as I became closer to those guys that I once was close with, it led me to YM. And what it showed me was those kids that were doing good, that was because of YM. YM put them on track for a good life.
A lot of people ask the question, what's the point? Why do Muslim youth need to gather together? Why does this have to happen? On a very micro level, or on the level of the neighborhood as we'll call it, on a local level, Muslim youth need a place where they can just practice being Muslim youth. Unfortunately, in the times that we live in today, being a Muslim youth, learning about Islam, having any place to practice Islam is hard to find. So we need to provide that institution, that location for the average Muhammad who might be referred to as Mo in school. He needs a place where he's comfortable at least being Muhammad. That's what, on a local level, what it provides.
So ask yourselves, is my friend trying to benefit me? Is he trying to benefit me in this life and in the hereafter? You will see so many times that a brother who's doing good, who's on the right path, in high school or in college, they get around the wrong crowd. And all of a sudden their grades start dropping, all of a sudden they're coming home late, all of a sudden they have a problem with their parents. And why is this happening? 9 times out of 10 is someone else dragging them down.
When they come here, they see a different aspect. They see younger kids that are being leaders. We have kids here that are 15, 14 that are basically leading the whole community. They have their whole neighborhood that they're leading. So kids that come here, they realize, they have so much more potential. They can do so much better.
Again, put your friends, physically, I want you guys to think about your friends, who you think your best friends are. Would they, number 1, get to Jannah? Would they, number 2, make dua for you when they're in Jannah? Even forget that, do they make dua for you now? And that's the question. Because if they're not making dua for you now, they don't want you to benefit. If they don't want you to benefit, then you're wasting your time and they're wasting your time, and it's only going to lead down the wrong path.
I can tell you from myself, from those who I grew up with, right? The reason, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guides who He wills, but the reason I am still a Muslim today is only because of YM, through the mercy of Allah. And I can't tell you how I can't.
A lot of people may not know exactly what YM does because, you might hear about YM doing this retreat, going there, and it's all you hear is just fun, right? But there's a lot more to it, right? We're actually changing lives here because when kids come here, they come in one state, and when they leave with a different mindset. They leave with a mindset of brotherhood in their head. We pray 5 times a day, They may miss namaz at home one day or 2, but here we make sure everybody prays on time. Everybody takes care of each other. We treat each other with respect. So there's a lot more than just hanging out, playing basketball, playing football.
It gives you a reason to keep going. It gives you a reason to, I don't want to make this sound like it gives you a reason to live, but it provides a greater sense of purpose. It's awesome. When I wake up in the morning, I can honestly say for the past 10 years, I've never been bored because there's always something for me to do. There's something else that I can be helping out with.
Because at YM, not only do we emphasize that, it's good to be a Muslim, but we emphasize what it means to be a good student, a good citizen, a good child. We have so many rights upon other people that we tend to ignore, and that we always think it's just about us. But YM tells us, no, you're not the only one this is about. This is about us as a whole, not as one person. That's why it's young Muslims. not young Muslim, right? It's not about one person in general. It's about all of us as a whole and how we can benefit society.